Welcome back to the 41st Annual Carnival Grand Parade. We are welcoming Sambashi. It's a Brazilian-inspired music and dance company.
In Brazilian culture, axé means life, force, and energy, so they combine that with samba to make samba axé. And this year they're paying homage to Africa. They're performing the samba, which has its roots in Africa. And note the costumes, they've got elements that reflect African patterns, fabrics, and adornments.
Yeah, this group's mission is to create a fun and a safe environment to explore Brazilian dance, the music, the culture, and tradition, both in classes and also on stage, so they perform a lot. It formed in 2008 as a way to continue spreading Brazilian culture through music and dance performances.
Samba with us, heal for soul. Again, dancing heals you, you know? I tell people that, you know, get sad and get depressed. I said, you know, dance. Get out and dance and just get out of your house and go to, take a class, go to a club, go to a culture center, you know, and just get out of it. And it works, you know, because we could easily just like, as humans, just like go into this dark, deep hole, you know? If you get out and dance, you can just like, it brings you life, you know?
It really does. And Ann Makovic, she has found another friend along the parade route.
Yes, cultura latina, inmigrantes, todos hacemos lo que podemos para seguir el ánimo vivo en estos países. Bienvenidos, Carnaval 2019.
Very good. Yes, Roberto, I think you can maybe translate a little bit of something of that for us.
Oh yeah, she's talking about how beautiful it is to be able to dance, and most important, you know, the spirit of Carnival is what keeps us alive, and especially with immigrants and everything that's going on right now.
I know, Roberto, you've become a student of Carnival through these 4 decades. You spent some time in some of these countries, and Brazil, obviously, one that takes it seriously. It is essentially from the top down of their government. It is a great ambassador of their country, and people come from all around the world to watch them in Brazil.
When I went to Brazil the first time to Rio, I didn't realize how huge it is. I got this invitation, and they have a samba league, just like we have the NFL and the NBA. They have a league. I met the president of the Samba School League, and he schooled me and taught me how important and huge it is. In fact, they have the Samba Drome, which is a parade route. That's just for the parade. Is a section that's where the parade is held, and they have different categories. They have like the A category, the B category, the C category. You have to be at the A category to be able to parade in at that level. And they also took me to the samba schools. The first one I went to, it was an entire block, and in there they have a factory that they make costumes all year long.
Wow.
Then they had another block where they make the floats, and I was just
That's
like,
serious business.
Oh, totally. It's like the NFL, NBA, in a major league, yeah.
Soccer and samba.
Yeah.
Football. Football. Goal! Now, straight from Colombia, Parceros Salseros, representing Colombia. It means best of friends who love salsa. Their theme this year is celebrating women and their significant role in history.
There's the female theme again.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Men have written the history book for too long.
Well, the choreography highlights the important contributions of women through dance, and it focuses on the need to build a society that is all-inclusive and fair to women. And it is a Cali-style salsa, also known as Colombian salsa, originated from the city of Cali, Colombia.
And Cali known as the capital of salsa because salsa music is the main genre at parties and at nightclubs and festivals.
This style of salsa salsa consists of fast and intricate footwork.
And then we take a moment to view the king this year.
Oh yeah,
Let's look at some of his footwork here.
he got off the float, the king and queen float, and ran all the way back to dance with his group.
Well, he's fit.
Yeah, he got a six-pack. and he got thunder thighs.
That is no keg. That is a six-pack.
You see those thunder thighs he's got?
We should have warned our viewers that the king was on his way because he is quite an interesting young man. Comes from Cuba, I believe. We interviewed him earlier this week. He is a professional dancer, as that is a body of a professional dancer. He's got a six-pack. I got a keg.
I got a super burrito.
I have, oh wait, never mind.
It's okay, you can tell us. Look at him. Look at him. There he goes. Oh yeah, he got style. He got that little attitude too.
He doesn't look tired at all either. He's saying
Míralo. Ay, sí, papi. Báilame, papi.
All right, so I will, Spanish is something I struggle with here. I did interview him. King Carlos Daron Pruitt is his name. He studied with Ritmo y Sabor in Colombia. He is Colombian. I said he was from Cuba. He is from Colombia.
Got you nervous, Joe.
Okay.
I know. All right, let's get to Anne. She's our queen.
I am here with Mimi, who might be up for the crown. She is from Colombia, and she is bringing it.
Cali, Colombia. Yeah, we're representing Cali, Colombia. This is our second year here in the Bay Area, and we're very proud to show you guys what we do over there, how we dance over there.
Yes. What do you want us to know about your culture?
Well, this is an equal. The men and women are equal. So that's why we bring in blue and pink, because we're equal.
Absolutely. I love it. You look gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Okay.
All right, looky, who's coming here?
All right, here they are. Yeah, a perennial winner here in the Carnival Grand Parade. I tell you, Foganahopa, they don't mess around. They had a 3-hour-long rehearsal last week.
Wow.
Where they are just going and going and going. It's the most beautiful dances you will see here. But you know, Foganahopa in the Brazilian style. They have a strong African, Latin, and Caribbean influences, an exciting company of artists from varied cultural backgrounds. They are celebrating their 30th anniversary with this parade.
Yeah, their theme is 30 years of alchemy, fire, fervor, and flow, the 3X. So you can see each of the 3 topics represented as we see them make their way down the parade route. Fire, showcased by their use of the bright reds. It's meant to signify their radiant energy and their deep roots.
Fervor, represented by the accents of silver and gold medals, signifying the vitality of life and human renewal.
And flow, showcased by the use of natural pheasant plumage, represents the energy or the earth.
Now, I want to tell you, I spent some time with these folks. I mean, look at that contingent. They stretch out for a couple of blocks. And this is one of the groups we talked about that has several generations inside of it. And we spoke with the Love family. Janet Love is the grandmother. Nadia and Tara are the daughters. Take a look.
We got 3 generations here. We got Mama right here, and then my sister and I, my nephew, and my 2 nieces.
I started coming here, I brought my girls in, and then I brought the grandkids in.
being able to costume together, go to practices together, getting to, and what?
Exciting.
It is very exciting.
You don't see that very often, especially in this day and age. Community is hard to find, and I think we found something.
And there you see, we're back live. There's Nadia right there on the float on the right-hand side of the two women. And they live for this stuff. Let's see, that might be Tara, sorry. But, you know, hey, that's a family that is going to be doing this in perpetuity. As long as there's a Carnival, the Love family will be there, I'm sure. And, you know, they weren't the only ones with multiple generations. They live for this stuff. I told you that they had a 3-hour rehearsal. I spent way more time than I usually do on a shoot because I just was absolutely taken aback by just the beauty of the music. And I said, I don't have enough shots yet. Let me keep going.
How do you focus on one thing? There's so much going on,
yeah,
right?
you got the drummers. A lot of the younger people are getting involved with the drumming early on. And then you have the dancers themselves. They have an entire room where just the kids are practicing by themselves.
So, did you take a little dance class while your 3-hour session with them?
I don't know, we did a story this weekend where my daughter and I were practicing dancing, and I have a dance style that...
And what did she say, Joe? What did your daughter say?
She said, yeah, you're not very good.
She said, don't ever do that again.
I am at peace with that.
Good for you, Joe.
I sing. Hey, we all have our talents.
You do sing.
No, I know you can dance. I know you got rid of it. I'm going to give you some private classes.
I just
I'm going to have you come up. Roberto, he can sing. I don't know about dancing.
He can sing.
He can sing.
It looked like the Elaine dance, you know.
You know, someone who can dance, who has some moves, that's Ann.
Right back at you, Michelle. I have seen you do it. I don't know about Joe. He actually gave us a little demonstration of that production earlier and now. But Carol can dance. Carol has been with this group for 29 years. Carol, tell us fire, fervor, and flow. What does it mean?
Well, it's an alchemy. It's symbols of the alchemy of life, the thing that keeps us all energized, engaged, and flowing.
And your costumes are representing that?
Yes.
So tell us, you've been with the group for almost 3 decades. How has it changed?
It hasn't changed. It's a family. We have so many people who have, who started from this big and now they're in the fancy costumes coming up. So we have 3 generations of a couple of families in the parade today. So it hasn't changed. It's a family.
Awesome. Carol, have fun.
Thank you.
And there you go, that just representing so many generations of this wonderful tradition. As you said, Joe, this contingency, it goes on for blocks.
Absolutely, and you know, look at these generations. All right. Oh, there she is. There is Nadia.
Right in the
left-hand corner, right? And they dance, and they don't stop dancing. And this is not just any dance. They're moving their entire bodies for the entire parade route here today. They are the warmest people in the parade, I guarantee you. The rhythm is absolutely mesmerizing. They start off with the drummers. Every single dance starts with the drummers doing some sort of acrobatic thing on the drum. And then the dancers come in, and it's magic.
movement is just amazing. Just go, you know. It's me.
That's Menzi.
Yeah, it's Menzi.
I mean, I don't know if this doesn't get...
Her and her husband, Jose, have been directing Fogo for many years. Fogo was actually founded by Maestro Carlos Acetuno, who passed away. And they've done an excellent job maintaining the artistic quality of the Carnaval.
And she's pushing a stroller and has got another one on the way, but she told me she will be dancing. They're the two sisters, one up there and the other one on the street right in front of us.
I'm in it.
Joe, get to the rhythm.
Hey, good to see you. Happy Carnival.
Happy Carnaval. One of the dancers, and
these streets are alive right now with energy. I am here with Renee. Can you describe the feeling of being here?
I was just thinking about that. Alegría, happiness, and unity. We're holding on. Our community is holding on, and we're united and enjoying life. And we're trying to share with everybody.
You're getting teary. Tell me, where is that coming from?
I'm from the city. I grew up here, and this is 30 years later. We're still doing this, and I've seen the changes, and we're still holding on.
Tell me about the changes. What have you seen?
Just economics, the whole thing. But the arts and the culture, we're holding on.
The soul is still there. And speaking of souls, I have to say, I love your practical footwear. Let's see the shoes. Brian, can we show off her shoes? Can we show off her shoes? Yes, because we see so many ladies with these high heels tottering down this parade route. Have fun. She's absolutely smart. But that is one of the things when you see these women with their costumes and then these high heels. Let's see this woman right here, those shoes. Can you imagine doing this whole route and doing that along the way? We're not walking, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it's impressive whether they're in heels or in flat shoes, but it just goes to show you can be fancy and comfortable at the same time.
Yeah, you could be Fred Astaire, and there's a Ginger Rogers doing it backward in high heels.
with custom-made tennies.
Yeah.
En la misión.
I like that, they're sparkly.
San Francisco.
Fogo na Hopa. Now, talking to some of these families, Roberto, they remind us they come from other countries, a lot of them, right? And they feel disconnected to their culture. And this is a moment where they can reconnect. And actually, in the process of discovering their stories, I feel sort of better connected to my culture too, right? That's a magical multiplier effect.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about Carnaval is that it connects you with who you are. And you know, a lot of people, you know, especially in this country that are grown here, don't have those roots, you know, and having that opportunity to learn music and dance, and then all of a sudden you're talking to your abuelita, your abuelito. You know, my abuelito was just amazing. You know, I was so curious at one point, and he was the one who told me, get out of here, just go. Go to the Yucatan, go to Nicaragua, go to Guatemala, go to Belize, and start learning. And I did, and it was scary, you know, because when you're raised here, everything's so like, whether you go to San Jose, Sacramento, LA, San Diego, Disneyland, all those, you know, it's cement. You got those shopping malls. You got it. But man, when you go to another country, it's a whole
other story. Well,
you know?
this next comparsa, this is from Colombia. Comparsa Colombiana Vive Mi Tierra. They are performing Al Joropo. It's the most representative folkloric dance of the Colombian Venezuelan plains. It identifies a traditional form of music and dance going back to the mid-1700s.
In fact, this entire kind of dance was expanded upon here. This group said that they wanted Colombians to be able to connect with their Colombian culture through Carnival San Francisco.
I love those dresses. You know, when you dance, look, and I love the fact that you have woman and woman dancing together.
Yes.
You know, I remember growing up, there was two other partners of mine that we used to go to parties all the time, and we used to watch, you know, women dance together. And one day I told them, I said, hey, why don't we go, the three of us, and go out there and dance together, right? And they looked at me like I was crazy. Well, they already knew I was crazy. But I said, let's just do it. Let's just do it. And we did it. And let me tell you that all of a sudden we had all these women dancing around us, wanting to dance with us.
Well, speaking of, Anne is actually trying to cut into a dance right now. Anne?
May I have this dance? No, I wouldn't be able to do it justice. But tell us the significance of two women dancing together. We don't need a man.
We do not need a man, certainly. You know, we can dance together. And actually, you know, it's nice that we develop a nice friendship. So it's nice to find that partnership in a woman as well.
Yeah, and these oranges, these yellows, what do the colors mean?
So it is from a very specific city in Colombia, and it represents the sunset. So that's why the orange means.
What is the city?
Villavicencio, and also it is hand painted, and it has like the cows and the birds and stuff. It just represents that city specifically and the beauty of our nature.
All right. Yeah. Well, it is beautiful. Dance on, ladies.
Yeah, we love dance.
Friendship, she said it all. Amistad, you know. I grew up with that so much. And after the three of us danced out there, and then we had all these women come and dance with us, every party we'd go, we'd start dancing. We ended up learning steps that we would do together, right? And then it was on.
And then the rest is history.
You know what? Some traditions have to be changed, and then it becomes a new tradition.
Men dancing with men.
Well, you know, the Argentine tango, men dance with men.
Yeah.
That's very common.
Mm-hmm. This group is from El Salvador.
El Salvador, banda azul y blanco.
El Salvador. Viva El Salvador. La caravana de la alegría representando El Salvador.
And they're representing the culture, the music, and the traditions of El Salvador.